Okay, well, this is just a short video here of where we are at the campground, just so you can get an idea of what the camper looks like when it's set up in a spot. We are at Camp Raintree Lake, just a few miles west of Scottsburg, Indiana, and this is obviously our camper. I can't see real well what everything looks like because it's extremely bright and sunny, and I'm just going to come around and kind of show you what some of the hookups look like when they're hooked up. So there, under there is the sewage hookup. The gray tank stays open all the time. The black tank stays closed until the very end, and we will be draining that shortly. Here's the city water hookup, and over here is where we are plugged in to our 30 amp service. And then you can also see our surge protector is there, our power watchdog, and you always want to see 3 green lights there so that everything's in good shape. So just to give you an idea where we are, I'll just pan around the campground a little bit here. Most of these people are seasonals, and so this is the first of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that we've been here. So there's been basically nobody here. A couple workers. He has some weeklies and monthlies that he rents to also. But one thing that we noticed the other day when we walked around the campground is that we have the smallest camper in this campground. So what originally seemed big to us now doesn't actually seem all that big. Everybody's got bigger campers, and they've got usually more than one slide out. So here's the plug-in to the camper for the 30 amp service. If all you can get is a 50 amp service, then we do have a step-down cord so that that's still usable. This is the plug-in for the city water connection. Freshwater connection means it fills your tank, and that's for what they call boondocking or dry camping, which we don't have any intention of doing. So that tank we're not worried about. This is the water heater, which has worked well. It's only a 6-gallon water heater, and I got about 3/4 of a shower out of it. So I'm not really sure if I use too hot of water or what. We have to experiment with that more. We run it on electric because we're plugged into the electricity, and it fills up just like your water heater does at home. If your city water connection is connected, then you're going to have water going to the water heater. Let's see if I can get it closed. All right, we're going to have trouble with that. Oh, just got to pull it out a little. Okay, so anyway, here's the front of the camper. The battery, of course, is back here. Propane tank is under here, which we turned on. I've turned it off now. But this is what we used for the furnace, which worked very well, and we really needed it because it went down below 40 both nights, and it's turned off. And so the awning, as you can see, is extended. I just actually extended it this morning. We didn't spend any time here in the evening. That's real easy. It's just a switch. It extends. And there's a utility light out here that turns on from the inside, and the speaker lights come on, and there are some little LEDs up there along the top of the camper. This vent here is bowed somehow. This is the vent for the exhaust fan on the stove, and it's not closing properly, so we're going to have to do something about that. This is the back end of the refrigerator, and this is where we need to get some mud dauber strips, mud dauber protection. This is the back end of the stove, and same thing there. We need some mud dauber protection put on those. And of course, that's the TV bracket, and this is the you could plug anything you wanted to in out here. That's the, if you need the coax cable plugged in for the TV, that's another speaker. So at any rate, down below here you can see the stab jacks, the stabilizing jacks are all released. The wheels are chalked like they're supposed to be. There are 4 of these stab jacks, all 4 corners of the camper, and the steps are extended properly.